Razaban here for FightHype.com.
FightHype.com.
We're out here in Liverpool on a very, very sunny day outside the river, the water, with my man Phil Lo Greco. How are we doing, champ?
Doing good, man. Thanks for the interview.
Anytime. Came to the UK, I believe, on Monday. Firstly, how are you feeling? Because obviously, normally when fighters come in, especially with that kind of time difference, they like to come in like 2 weeks before. What was the rationale kind of coming in just a week before the fight?
Oh, well, for me, traveling from west to east, I adapt much easier than traveling from east to west. So for me, it was not a problem whatsoever. That's when people were saying, oh, you should go at least 2 weeks before. I'm like, no, I've traveled many times. I've traveled all over the world. I know my body like the way I know my body. And from west to east, it's very easy for me to adapt.
So not feeling jet lagged or anything. Sleeping
the
patterns?
first day it's only normal, right?
Yeah.
And then sleeping patterns, you know, not an issue whatsoever. Just go to sleep.
When we spoke, when you came a few months ago for the press conference, I asked you about who's going to be your trainer, and I know you mentioned a couple of potential names. You then got former 3-time world champion Fernando Vargas in your corner. Normally it takes time to kind of build that relationship and that morale with that new coach, or coach-trainer-coach relationship, but did you settle in quite well with Vargas?
You know what, it's funny, I used to look up to this guy when I was a teen. I mean, he was having massive success at a young age, and for him to help me out of my biggest fight of my career, it's a blessing. I'm thankful. And we clicked in right away. I mean, he used to come over to my place and eat almost every day. We used to train together. He used to train me in the afternoon, and then after that I said, okay, let's go eat. And he knows we would go to my house because, you know, Jay is a good chef, so he cooked all the meals, and I fed him well.
In terms of his kind of training style, was it different to adapt to, or was it very similar?
Not at all, because I was a fan of his style. And like I said, when I was young, I used to always look up to him, so I know his boxing, and he's not trying to add things that I can't do. Like I said, a lot of fighters, they try to be the next Floyd Mayweather, so everyone's trying to mimic him, like today's era, the millenniums. In the 90s, everyone trying to be like Roy Jones. In the 80s, everybody trying to be like Sugar Ray Leonard. In the 70s, everyone trying to be like Ali. You gotta be just like yourself. And a trainer should adapt to the fighter and what he can do. So, yeah.
You mentioned today at the press conference, Vargas, that whether you've been out the ring 1 year or 2 years, you would always have ring rust. Obviously, we know the last 2 years of Amir Khan hasn't gone particularly well. There's been a lot of media stuff around everything that's gone into, and we're not here to talk about that in particular. But obviously, more recently, he lost his coach as well, Virgil Hunter. So, do you think this is the best chance that you have now to fight and beat Amir Khan?
It is. Like I said, Marvin Hagler said it best. Try to wake up in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're wearing silk pajamas. He's been wearing silk pajamas for the last couple years, living a lavish lifestyle. It's hard to go back to the grind, guys. It's very hard. You try to live and you try to be rich, and all of a sudden try to live a lifestyle of a poor man, because, you know, boxing is a poor man's sport. You gotta live poor, you gotta have the grind, you gotta have the hunger. So I know for a fact, these are facts, you can't have it. You know, there was only one guy that I know that kept the hunger all throughout his career and spending money and living that lavish lifestyle, and that's Money Mayweather. Doesn't matter what he was doing, he always put the work in all the time. So
it was quite a full house today at the press conference. Probably more people were there today than there were for the initial press conference. Everyone expected some sort of fireworks from Team Lo Greco, but you were quite cool, calm, collective today, and respectful.
Well, because look, the job has been done, and there's nothing I can say verbally or physically do that's gonna make me better. It's all about me. I'm trying to finish my race. I'm finishing my race, and this is the way I wanted to run this race. I said some things months ago, and I got ready for it. And what am I gonna say this week that's gonna make me better? Nothing. So it's a waste of energy and a waste of time. But most important, it's a waste of energy for me.
You said that you're willing to get knocked out to knock him out. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm willing to slug it out. I'm willing to take chances. I'm willing to land the shots. Because fighters, sometimes they have a tendency of not taking risks on taking certain shots because they don't want to get cornered. I'm willing to do that.
We've seen whenever Amir Khan fights, a lot of people talk about his hand speed, and a lot of people, if you look at most of his fights, a lot of people kind of struggle in the first 2/3 rounds. We even saw Canelo struggling with his kind of hand speed. How does one kind of plan around and have what kind of tactics do you have to kind of counter that? Well, I'm not telling you to go into your game plan here, but
it's fine. I just have to be the best version of myself. Very simple. Everything that I do it to a T. Be sharp. You know, and that's what I've been doing. Be sharpening myself like I never had. You know, Amir said that this is the best training camp he's had, better than Canelo. Oh, you did not. You've been sleeping with silk pajamas for the last couple of years. You did not. Okay, stop selling and stop, you know, selling these ideas. You know, it's like I said, and there's nothing wrong with the lifestyle that he was living. I'm just saying it's just very hard to do that, and you know, it's gonna show Saturday.
Finally, just what would it kind of mean to you to be victorious on Saturday night, being the away fighter, sold out Echo Arena here in Liverpool, England?
That definitely mean a lot. The motivation is very personal that I have. The fight is not personal, but the motivation is personal for me, and it will mean a lot. Yeah. That's definitely, it's gonna open up a lot of doors, and it's gonna be fun.
Celebration already planned yet, or are we working on that?
I'll have the clickbaits for you guys. How about that?
Phil, I just want to move away from you just for a moment. I just want to quickly ask you your opinion, because you're a fighter.
Yeah.
Paulie Malignaggi was very active on Twitter yesterday. Obviously, it was announced yesterday that Canelo will only serve 6 months suspension for obviously being caught with drugs. No financial penalty. It's just 6 months. Normally it's 12 months, but for first-time offenders, it's 6 months. I'm not sure whether you heard of that yesterday or today, but me telling you or having heard before, what was your reaction to that?
I'll be quite honest. Ever since this training camp, I've just been focusing on running my race, being in my lane, not looking at what other fighters are doing or what's going on. I appreciate you asking me the questions, but the only thing I can say, I heard rumors. I just wish him all the best, and I hope he handles his business in the most positive way.
But just your analysis on drug teams, just generally.
Yeah.
You know, like Eddie Hearn was telling me now, if someone gets caught on the street with a knife, they should go straight to prison.
Right.
You know, and once people have opinion that once you get caught taking drugs, you should be completely banned. We know there's politics in boxing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But what's the general analysis of just people who take performance-enhancing drugs?
Drugs is a very, very, very sensitive subject, and it's a subject that it's an item that should not be allowed whatsoever in boxing, especially in boxing. I'm against it. I'm against drugs, that's for sure. I think I've done it always clean. I've always been clean, and truth tells, you know.
Champ, thank you so much for your time,
my pleasure.
Time for you to rest up, train a little bit later.
I'm relaxed, calm, cool, collective.
You're lucky.
Liverpool versus Roma, the game.
Are you gonna stay?
Salah, huh?
Obviously, you got the Italian background.
No, I'm cheering for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, you know, Roma did a lot of nice things for me. I was in the army there, the Italian army. I was in boxing there. That was in my late teens, early 20s. But here I've been so greeted so well. I'm making money here. I want to support the city. I'm like a team player. When you get traded, you gotta play hard for the team that you're playing for. So right now, I like Liverpool. I like the city. The people have been great to me. Why not see them win? Roma hasn't done me any favors. Liverpool has.
Yeah. What do you think of Mo Salah?
He's doing great, man. He's doing awesome. I mean, he used to play for Roma, of course, as we all know. And I don't think Roma leveraged him properly the way Liverpool has. Liverpool's letting him play in the middle, let him be Mo Salah. You know?
I think in the whole of Europe, only Cristiano Ronaldo has scored more goals than him. In the whole of Europe.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo's a great player, but Mo Salah, I would like to see him be in the World Cup. You know, but Egypt has never.
They're in the World Cup.
Oh, they are now?
They are in the World Cup. Remember he scored that penalty last minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're definitely in the World Cup for next year.
And Italy isn't, so. And you know what? To be honest, the Italian soccer team doesn't pay my bills. I couldn't give a shit. There's a clickbait for you right there. The Italian national soccer team does not pay my bills, so I couldn't give a shit.
Champ, thank you so much, my man.
Pleasure.
And we shall catch up with you very soon. Phil Lo Greco for FightHype.com. Thank you very much.